being so chatty before I hit start. I was hoping she might keep it up for y'all just a little bit, but no luck. Hello from me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager in McLean. Today I'm going to guide you through a yin yoga practice. We're going to concentrate most of our practice on the upper body, neck, chest, shoulders, upper back. And as time allows, we're going to finish with a little bit of love for the lower body, for the quads, for the hips. You know it. All right. Make sure you're wearing something comfortable that you can easily, Fred, that's not nice, that you can easily move around in, that you won't find yourself fidgeting with or trying to adjust your clothes. If they move, they move. Just let it be. The whole point of today's practice is to come into as much stillness, quiet concentration as you possibly can. So feel free to bring some props with you. Maybe you sit down on the floor to begin with and you notice, hey, you know what? My ankles are real tight today and I would like to sit up on something. So go grab any props that you need. We still have a few minutes before we get started. I'm gonna gather all of my timers. Ah, you're so responsible, Jessica. 3 minutes to drink some water, maybe make your space smell nice. Oh, that's a great idea. Where did I put that? I love making my space smell nice. Yes, I believe in whatever it is to make your space smell nice, that makes you want to take some really long, deep, slow breaths. So maybe before class, you're having a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. And you deeply smell that coffee or tea. Maybe you cook some garlic on the stove just to have something delicious in the air, but make your space smell nice so that you want to hang out. All right, we've got 2 minutes till we get started. That was a new incense that I just got yesterday through the interweb. It is lavender scented. I don't think it really smells like lavender, let's be real. But I do think it smells great. I got myself a new incense holder. It came with 2. It's a leaf and then it looks like a snail. I think it's like super awesome. Ow, okay. So welcome y'all. It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean. Bam, and I believe it's that time. We're a couple seconds early, but that's okay because we're gonna be here for a little while. We're just gonna hang out in any sort of seated position that feels good for you. So don't feel like you have to mimic the seated position that I am in. I hurt my ankle yesterday, so I'm just trying to make it down here on the floor. And a reminder that our yin class is all about stillness, so you're working to find just something that you can hang out in and then Feel good about your body, your mind, yourself. Create some space mentally, physically. All right, so just starting off, we'll hang out here for the first 3 minutes of class, just tuning into your breath. Enjoy Fred eating some delightful peanuts. My head seems super bright again. Just start to notice how your body feels today. Notice if you have the urge to fidget. If you're creating intentional movements, if you have some unintentional, maybe your toe starts to trigger, just move. But if you're intentionally coming out of your stillness, maybe because it's hard to settle your mind, maybe you're just not comfortable. And if that's the case, like what aren't you comfortable about? Can you take a moment and ask yourself if it's something physical, and you can maybe find a little bit of length or support to feel better. And if it's something mental, can you take the time to address it and let it know that you're here for yourself right now and it's still going to be there later. So do your best to temporarily let it go. Just be in the moment, be in each breath. Focus on the length of your inhale. See if you can make your exhale just a little bit longer. With every breath, work to make sure you get all of the stale air out each time. And you're breathing all the way down to the bottom of your diaphragm. As we come into the stretches today, most of which are on the more simple side, just make sure you don't come into any stretch so deep that you find yourself holding your breath. That's not something you can stay in. So allow your breath to be your guide. And let's go ahead and start with just some nice little neck rolls. Moving at the pace that works for you, tucking your chin to your chest. Maybe first, if you're really tight, you just roll your ear to one shoulder at a time. Experiment with how it feels to open your chest a little bit wider, where your shoulders rounding down and forward. Maybe come into more of a neutral. Just find what feels good for you, for your body today. Do you want to go around in a full circle? Move slowly. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. If you notice any points that are a little bit more sticky or crunchy, feel free to hang out in them to send your breath there a little bit more. Maybe bring your opposite hand up to help you massage out any super tense points in your neck. If you've been moving in just one direction, take the time to move in the opposite direction. We've got just about 1 minute left right here. One of the few motions, postures, things we're going to do today where we do get to find some movement, so enjoy getting the stress out of your upper body and enjoy just this little bit of fidgety that you can be. Go ahead, lift your head back up. You can stay up on your prop if you would like to. Next, we're going to go for a seated forward fold. I'm going to lower myself down off the prop because one thing you want to make sure, even if you're on the prop, is your sit bones stay down. So if you're lifted, you're probably not going to hinge forward quite as much, but it's likely also that your lower back might be a little bit tighter. Your hip flexors were a little bit tighter, which is what lifted you up, so you might not have wanted to reach super far forward. you do have that flexibility and that's something that you want, begin by just either reaching your fingers down towards the floor, coming into a slightly flatter back. Keep your chin in line with your chest. Eye gaze is just down to the tip of your nose. Make sure that your sit bones stay on the floor so we're not rolling forward towards our shins. And after you've found some lifted length, if it feels good, you can always start to round forward. But make sure that you didn't round right from the beginning. And if your back is really hurting, you might want to avoid the rounding and just focus on staying lifted. Perhaps you even use, this block is hilariously small, but like a block or a pillow cushion on top of your block that can help you find a little bit of lift and hinge to get some length into that lower back. All right, we're gonna hang out here for just 2 minutes from right now. No need to come any deeper than you already are. If your head is feeling heavy, you can always use your hands to support your head as well. Take notice in this final minute of stillness of all the sounds around you that you might not have heard before. Take your time, bring your hands to the floor. As you exhale, carefully press yourself up if you hinged forward. Walk your hands back into center. Take a moment, bring them behind your hips. If your legs were crossed, uncross your legs, windshield wipe for just a moment. Bring a little stretch to the outside of those thighs. And let's come on into a half dragonfly. Go ahead, extend your right leg out. Fold your left leg in. Oh, right. I recommend having a prop for this next one. So right outside of your extended right leg, go ahead, put your block. We're going to end up placing our elbow on the block, or if you can't quite reach that, that's totally okay as well. Go ahead, inhale those arms up overhead, and exhale, interlace your fingers right behind your head. Make sure you're not applying any pressure forward, just a gentle resting. And with a big lift on your exhale, we're gonna come on over to the right side. You can place your elbow on top of the block. And you can keep your left hand behind your head, or maybe it feels good to allow it to drag forward a little bit more, or place it on top of your head. I know this one's pretty challenging, at least for me. So we're gonna spend 1 minute right here. Think about drawing your right shoulder forward. And keeping your left sit bone down towards the floor to create more of a stretch through the left side of the body. keep your legs right where they are. We're going to turn our chest towards our right leg. You can bring your hands to the floor. You can bring your hands to a block, maybe 2 blocks if you need them. Once again, work to keep that left sit bone towards the floor. See if you can square your chest a little bit more to the right leg, a little deeper of a stretch through that lower back. Just under 1 minute left right here. Make sure you're not stretching your chin forward and looking towards your toes. Keep that relaxed neck. No wrinkles. On your inhale, carefully lift yourself up. Go ahead, extend your left leg out. Draw your right leg in. Remember, we're just doing the best that we can with our bodies today, and both sides of the body are not the same. So what you do on one side, you do not have to do the exact same thing on the other side. You are simply doing your best. So let's do our best to inhale those arms up overhead. Ground your sit bones, find that lifted length. You can interlace your fingers behind your head, find your lifts, and exhale, tilts. Sorry, I suddenly felt like I used the phrase behind your head, like, sorry about that quick little interruption. Make sure you're still breathing deeply. If you found you came into a stretch and your breath is limited and not just slow because you're relaxed, lift yourself up a little bit higher. Remember, you can relax that arm as much as feels good, and if it doesn't feel good, you can bring it down. We've got just about 3 breaths left. And after that exhale, turn towards your extended left leg. All right, lift yourself back up. Go ahead, draw both of your legs in. Let's take another moment to just windshield wipe our feet, relieve any tension or pressure on the ankles, in the hips, in the knees. And as you're ready, come on to all fours for cat cow. All right, get your hands, palms right underneath of your chest and shoulders. Spread your fingers out really wide like a starfish. Start in the most amazing tabletop that you can be. So just make sure that as you came into tabletop, notice if you were already sinking your belly down towards the floor or finding some rounding through your back. Take a moment, find your length right here. So stretching through the crown of your head, stretching your tailbone. Take a moment and look all the way over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center. On your exhale, look over your left shoulder. One more time over to the right. On your inhale. Exhale as you get all the way there. Inhale center. Exhale all the way to the left. Back to that neutral tabletop. Tuck your chin, look towards your knees, and as you change your breath, change your posture, whichever way the breath felt most natural to you. I like to inhale into cat and exhale into cat. But I know there are people that said that feels a little weird for them. That's okay. I'm a little weird. We're all a little weird, right? I think it's good to be weird. All right, so this last minute right here, just finding the stretch works for you. Maybe you return to a little side to side motion, really stretch a little bit more through that lower back. Specifically, driving those hips to one side and looking over the shoulders. Get more to that mid upper back with the traditional cat cow. Okay, on your next exhale, go ahead and send your hips back towards your heels. Find yourself in child's pose. Stretch your arms forward. If it's uncomfortable to stretch your arms forward, if you need a little more support, you can always take a generous bend your elbows. Use your exhales to just work to release your glutes a little closer towards your heels. We'll spend 1 minute right here, then we're going to thread the needle in our child's pose. So remember, there's no need to go any deeper. Stay right where you are. Keep breathing. Enjoy your stillness. All right, we're going to come back to opening those shoulders even more. I know this can be a big stretch already in child's pose for some people. Keeping your left hand extended. Go ahead and draw your right hand fingertips closer towards your shoulder. Flip your hand palm over and leave that hand under your left arm. And use your exhale to relax your head down towards the floor. You can hear it with the press of your forehead down on the floor. And also turning and placing your right temple down on the floor. That would feel good for you. We have just over a minute right here. course, it gets a little more gentle of a stride if you bring your forehead down, as opposed to the extra twist it takes to bring your temple to the floor. But I will feel if you just over a minute, right here on this side. On your next inhale, carefully unweave your arms, send both hands forward. One more opportunity to just relax in child's pose. On your next inhale, lift your head up, look forward, and drag yourself forward. We're coming into Sphinx. If your lower back is hurting y'all, instead of pressing yourself up into the Sphinx, you can just cross your hands and place your head down on the floor. A little bit more like an alligator. And relax right there. Otherwise, you can bring your forearm to the mat. Decide what feels right for you as far as how much pressure you'd like to apply towards your lower back. So keep your chin parallel to the floor. Feel a little bit more engagement. And if you relax your hands down towards the floor. We're mostly just focusing on the stretch that's happening in the lower back, which is what feels good for your upper body. We're going to spend one super still minute right here. Remember that if your eyes are moving, your mind is moving. So if your eyes are open and you find yourself looking around, your thoughts are drifting, just close your eyes. If you're on your elbows and Sphinx, make that little pillow with your hands, place your body on the pillow, bend your knees, windshield wipe your feet in both directions, relieve that tension. You might have built up in the lower back, get that nice stretch. Your glutes, your heels just slightly kick side to side. That feels great. All right, next cross one leg towards the front. An even deeper stretch through the side of the body. I'm not ready for that today. Time to come out. All right. Here we're hanging out in our rolling wing, one of our longer stretches. We're already at the minute. We have just over 2 minutes to go. You can do whatever feels right with this left hand. So if you find yourself good with it, maybe you extend it out towards the side. You the back of your finger towards your lower back and throw them out to really help open your chest. You can even just reach your back. There's a prop and relax on this. This is great. We got 2 minutes left right here. bring your left hand down towards the floor. Straighten those legs out. Roll onto your belly. Yay. All right. Amazing. Go ahead and extend your hands behind you for just a second. Interlace your fingers together. Stretch your fingers out the floor as you press the tops of your feet to the floor. Take a moment to lift yourself up a little. Lengthening up that back, little back, strengthening it. And then release your hands back down to the floor. Next time we're going to come into bow tie. You might want to have a prop nearby. It's something you can rest your head on. Go ahead and reach one arm across your back, and then the opposite one as well. Bring your hands, palms up towards the ceiling, and then grab that block. And then work to relax and release your head down towards the floor with this deep cross of your arms. You can turn your hands, palms over towards the floor for a little bit more grounding as well. See if you can cross a little lower down towards the chest as opposed to up towards the shoulders. Does that make sense? We'll spend 1 minute right here. Take your time carefully. Draw your elbows in. Walk those fingers close together. Let's go ahead and switch those arms. Switch your arm you have on top. Wiggle that lower arm further out. Find that deep cross. Relax. You got 1 more minute right here. I know it seems really challenging at first because you come back into your breath as you work to take attention out of your mind, out of the rest of your body. It's a lot easier to hang out here. Big stretch through those shoulders. Take your time carefully. Come on now. Bring your hands by your chest. Press yourself up. And then swing your legs out ahead of you. In just a moment here in caterpillar. Next, we're going to come into Fred. Are you throwing hands at me in the middle of class? We're going to come into a nice little runner stretch. So keeping your right leg extended forward. Lean over to the right side and pull that left leg back. Bring that left heel as close towards your glute as you can. And then turn your foot out. See if you can get your foot to actually, whatever feels right for you. Come to a nice little into your glute, into the quad. Maybe you're feeling it a lot in the hamstring or even the knee or the calf. Just breathe it out. Working towards getting this glute down towards the floor. Right on your exhale, in towards the of your extended leg, bring that back leg forward, windshield leg, bottom of your knees. Shake it out and let's do the opposite side. So roll over towards your front extended leg, fold that back leg in. See if you can walk that heel a little bit closer towards your glutes, toes pointing directly behind you. And then see if you can walk that knee a little closer while still having your right glute on the floor. Stretch into that quad, into that hip. Also stretch in the ankle. This one can be very challenging, especially if you are a runner. This will be the next posture. All right, go ahead and lean back towards your extended legs, send both legs forward, push up like bottom of your knees, and then go ahead and come up into kneeling. You can open your knees as wide as you want to. Stretch your toes behind you and work to sit your hips down between your heels. So I'm just going to turn backwards for just a second. So you're working to sit those hips down between your heels. They are nowhere near between your heels. Then you can always place a right here to help you work towards relaxing here, keeping your knees down on the floor. So we're not getting an ankle stretch. Not working towards the knees lifted up, knees stay down the floor, and you can, without the block, just work towards bringing your glutes a little closer towards the floor. You can always keep your hands on the floor, and we're finding a place that we can stay. If your glutes are already touching the floor, you can bring your hands to your feet and lower yourself down one elbow at a time, and like so far in the middle of the net. And then you bring the top of your head and the back of your head up to that. And you can stop at any point. Make sure that those glutes are still on the floor. So if you're all the way back, you're starting to create a perfect human bridge. If your glutes are on the floor, the back of your head is on the mat, you can bring your arms up and overhead sideways. Remember, you can stop at any point. So maybe you just have your elbow on the floor and you're stretching your head back behind you. Or remember, you could still just be working towards the idea of getting your glutes down to the floor. We're going to take 3 more breaths right here. And then as we change, we're going to come right into our savasana. If you went all the way back, bring your hands back towards your feet. Use your elbows to help lift yourself up one at a time. And then go ahead and lay down, set your feet out in front of you. Come to your final savasana. So we just had a little mini bind there by bending at the knees with the toes behind us, sitting in such a deep kneeling position. We were restricting a little bit of the blood flow that was coming towards our ankles. So maybe as you release back into your savasana, you feel a lot of tingling sensation as the blood flow returns, helping to just I encourage you to stay here in your Savasana as long as you possibly can. In fact, if you're feeling really fidgety, if you haven't been able to spend this whole time, challenge yourself right now before you get up to 5 breaths. 5 slow, still breaths. Just do your best, and you can always move on with your day after that. If you have any questions or concerns about anything that I said or we did today, I hope you will please reach out until we meet again. Remember to think good thoughts, speak good words, eat good foods, do good deeds, take the time to nourish yourself from the inside out. And that is what our